Okay, so there's not actually that many questions that I can do in this unit that I didn't already cover in the teaching. So just watch the video and then I go through them really. But here is one that I didn't cover where they might give you some code and ask you to write a flowchart. So what I'm going to do is very badly draw it in paint. So obviously all flowcharts start off with star in that sort of ovally shape. It's not the best shape in paint, but there we go. And then it says set number to 5. Well, when you set things, you use this sort of box, a rectangle called a process. Okay, so we set that to 5. Maybe I shouldn't use paint. Right, actually going to move that up real close because I'm going to real need some room here. Right, now there is no for loop as such. So what you've got to do is make one. So I'm going to do another box. In fact, I will copy and paste this one. There, and then I will delete this out of it. And I will write I equals 1. I equals 1. Because that's the first bit. It starts at 1. So then we've got to do a question. Because it's a for loop. Essentially what this is saying is loop until I is greater than number. Now it has to be greater. Now I actually did this video already, I don't mind admitting it, and made a mistake and did it not including number. Because in pseudocode, I actually will be 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5, okay? Right, so that's the mistake I made. So I thought I'd redo the video rather than show you the mistake. I nearly kept it in, but it just got a bit long. So basically, the question is going to be, if, I'm going to do this on a new line. If number if I greater than number. So last time I did the opposite, I did less than or equal to. But so now I'm going to say if I is more than number, then we finish, because if you think it ends. So what will then happen is I'll have my end, I'll put it here, delete that. So if I ever gets more than number, end, because if there were more instructions down here, then obviously I would put them after here, because then we carry on, but there aren't any more. So we do that. And obviously this is going to be the yes, because this has happened, which means we end. And this is going to be the no. Okay, so then we carry on. I'll explain a bit more afterwards. So we need another one of these boxes because we're doing total equals something. So total equals, I'm going to put it there. Not the best layout. Right, I'm going to then write total equals number minus I. So total equals number minus I. That'll do. Actually, it won't. My OCD means I've got to move it. And then I've got to move that. It's like the middle. There we go. Right, so basically, total, and then output total. For output, you use, have I got one? It's a slanted box, which I don't seem to have, so I'm going to have to hope that I can draw a box, and then can I slant it? Nope, doesn't look like it, so I'm going to have to draw it by hand. Not the worst thing in the world to draw, because I can, of course, copy and paste that to there. So that is what the sort of output and input box looks like. Draw a line there, not quite straight, but we'll go with it. And then we're going to do output total times 2. Output total times 2. And then we're going to draw up all the arrows. I'm going to draw them terribly. Right, so I'm just going to draw arrow to there, arrow to there, arrow to there, this one to there, because it ends, this one to there, this one to there, and then obviously we go back up to here and loop. Now this no should really go oh god, that was bad. Actually, if I do that up there next to this thing, yeah, so that's the no. Right, so let's look at the logic of it. Right, let's go through it. Right, we set number to 5, we set I to 1 because that's what that does. It sets I to 1. Then we're going to, this essentially what I'm doing is I'm converting this into basically a while loop. But I'm doing, well, I'll do until loop really. But I'm sort of basically thinking about when will this end rather than when will this run. So it'll end when I is greater than number. So basically, if I greater than number, then yes, go to end. If it's no, we just carry on. And then we do total equals total minus I. Oh no, I missed one major thing out. Silly Mr. Campbell. I'm going to put it here. Excellent. I need to increment I because that's what next I does, in case you didn't know that. So I need to put it here. I'm going to slot it right there. So I've missed it out because I wouldn't go up. At the moment, this would just carry on forever. I'm going to join that there. And then just do I equals I plus 1. Because that's what next I does. It basically says, you know, increase 1, I equals I plus 1. There we go. So I've managed to not mess it up, at least massively the second time. There we go. And arrows. So there we go. That's what happens here. So yeah, so number equals 5. Yep. I equals 1. If I is 1 greater than 5, no. So we carry on, do the loop. And then when I equals to 6, which means it no longer needs to go in here, it'll end. Now, I don't think they'll give you one as... But they might do it. You know, they might do this. It wouldn't surprise me. They might give you a half-finished one. But I don't know. Anyway, so what you've got to remember is that is the questions, the diamond. The slanted ones do any inputs or outputs. So if there was an input for get a key, get a message, type in your age, it'd be in here. So these are inputs and outputs, and these are like processes, whether you do things or do some calculations. And the only other one that you saw before was the execute a function one, which looks like that, or a procedure, which looks like that. But that's obviously explained more in the video. So there you go.